Now, one of the things that I know that patients have, again, a hard time understanding, and I actually brought this up to our medical team when I was prepping for this and going over, hey guys, what are the patients really asking about? And they say, well, they have a really hard time understanding how these two things scientifically, work on them and how magnets are going to change them. And I think we did a little bit of justice of going into the very baseline of, all right, you need polarity, you change the pH, but is there research and science you could go into that can maybe satisfy the skeptic mind of some saying, you're still telling me magnets on my body are going to help me? Like, where's the science in that? And everyone loves throwing around that word these days, science, right? So, how would you go about that skeptic that's looking for the scientific proof?
Well, it's difficult, first of all, because this science originates in Mexico. So the literature is mostly in Spanish. Every year, and I haven't been to one of these in a while, but there's a biomagnetic congress, and you have medical doctors and other scientists, primarily in Latin America, that have, conduct studies, and they're well documented, and you have them in these huge volumes. But I mean, the studies are there. It's just so hard. I mean, we're here in the United States, so I don't think things just don't get easily translated and placed in journals here in the US. But um, I mean, since I'm in the field and I go there and I study and I'm surrounded by these people, it's just, and they're presenting them. I mean, we're exposed to that science, but it's really hard to say, well, here, there's this website, go to that. At most, you might be able to find things maybe on Dr. Goy's website. I know there's universities nowadays. There's one in Spain that maybe 5 years ago opened up a master's program. So, I mean, hey, listen, universities around the world are now teaching this subject matter as a master's program. So clearly there has to be science. Regrettably, unfortunately, I don't have a specific website for you guys to visit.
No, that's good. And as we said, so much of this is experiential. I think the case reports and studies, when you go to these things, you speak with other doctors who are utilizing other practitioners around the world. And like you said, in Spain, I know a lot of that is centralized there, but there is the case reports and the actual therapeutic outcomes of people who have utilized biomagnetism to improve. So you got to go there. And another point I'll say to this is that by magnets can't be patented, can't be sold through the pharmaceutical industry in that case. So the money behind something like this, as with a lot of therapies, isn't quite there for the conventional realm to get on board.